I fell down a new rabbit hole the other day, and so I thought I would share. So, you know how North Korea is incredibly controlled? And if you're going to be a tourist in North Korea, you literally cannot just go anywhere. You have to have a guide, and you go on a guided tour, and they have to worship their world leaders, and they are surrounded by propaganda. They don't have internet access. I mean, and there are stories from people that have come out of Korea, North Korea, and I mean, it's just absolutely horrible the way that these people have to live. No access to running water. I mean, a car is a luxury. Electricity goes on and off. So the rabbit hole I fell down has to do with the tours. So there have been people that have gone on tours, and they are allowed to film at certain times. And then other times you're not, allowed to take any video. In the places where they're allowed to film, something's not right. These tours are staged. The whole town is staged. In one of them, they were in a supermarket, okay? And the supermarket was crowded. When lots of times when they film stuff in Korea, it's empty. But during this tour, it's booming. But these people weren't really shopping. They were walking around and pretending to shop. They were like, staring at the produce for an excessive amount of time, not putting anything in their cart. I mean, it was obvious they didn't even know how to shop. And so then I found this other clip where, it was a documentary being filmed. So, like these North Koreans had set up, I guess, this computer lab to make it look like they have the internet and stuff. But there were probably 30 or 40 people in this lab. And the person filming pointed out there are no keys typing. You don't hear any clicks. They were just sitting there, staring at the screen with a mouse in hand. And there was one guy that could use the computer. And of course, that's who they had to speak to. And he tried to say that he had, stuff published on all these journals and everything. And he really did look like he had crawled out of a farm and just put a suit on. I can't explain it. So my son and I were talking about, well, why would they do this? I mean, what would be the purpose of having a country run this way? And I honestly think it is like a mind control experiment to see what they can get people to do, and ways to implement mind control and to get people to do what they want. It was in the 70s that it changed. I just wonder if North Korea has any affiliation with the Tavistock Institute. I mean, I personally think that, all the world is a stage, and all these world leaders that are, supposedly warring are actually working together, and they're meeting and deciding how they're going to enact these scripts that the AI system creates, or whoever it is. It would be a good way to do experimentation on the human psyche. It would be a big pool of people to see what they could and couldn't get away with. A lot of the people that, if you read these books about people that have escaped from North Korea, while they were living in North Korea, they did not realize that that place wasn't good. They didn't realize that it wasn't like the rest of the world. It's really, really something. When was the CIA created? Wonder if it's an experiment for them. We'll have to look more into what happened in the Korean War and who truly won and what the parameters were. Huh. Anyways, just thought I'd share.